In today's matchup, ring that bell, we have QI10 LS and it's going up against BRNR Mini driver. Who's going to win this bout? Let's check it out. I've gone deep into where we keep the old gloves, the weights from the R9 Super Tri, and I've found some face tape to show you exactly what I would be looking at when it comes to these two. Now, great fitters out there, you know who you are if you're listening up, and also good players. You're going to know where a strike on a driver is, so you don't necessarily need this. But when they made this face tape, there was no such thing as YouTube, and we're making a YouTube video to help you guys out, so we're going to use this for the demonstration purposes. Look at how beautiful the old T-Bug is on there. Put the face tape on, keep it near the top of the crown. Now this is actually for irons, I think, and it talks about too flat, too upright, and how you can tune your lie angle. Brilliant, I love that. But if we're using it for woods, I'm going to show you the importance of the strike. I'm going to show you what the difference of the shaft length does. And I'm also going to show you how by changing those lengths, we can get a more centered strike. So there's your first call out. If you are someone who struggles to find a centered strike, because we know from listening to Tiger Woods videos, from being around some great players, all about the centeredness of strike. Any sport, if you think about it, any full swing launch monitor, it's all about face to path and it's all about face angle and that path, same thing. Those numbers are critical. So if I miss this driver away from the center, I'm going to bring in all sorts of shot shapes. So this is the acid test. And if you are someone who struggles to hit the center, well, guess what? You get the little mini one in there. Now all of a sudden we've lost this length in the golf shaft. This isn't at USGA full standard, it's about a 1/4 inch shorter, but this plays I think at 43.5 USGA standard, so it's a little shorter than the driver. But by having that shorter length, you're going to be able to get into a bit of better position more consistently with the strike. If at the speeds these two clubs are going to be traveling, you can consistently strike that out the center more than this, well, there is your tick box. Round one goes to the BRNR Mini driver. But let's see, if you stand there and you're a bomber, which who knows if I can be right now, but we're going to learn about wherever this strike point is on that blade, and it's going to tell us some stuff about driver. So you can see on that ball flight, I was going to say slight heel. Sound was good though. Bottom of the face, 1/2 volley into the back, Zinedine Zidane-like, you can Google him. But slightly low in the blade, gives us a little bit of spin. As always, looking down at my full swing, club path -2.2, face held to the path a little open, but because I caught it low in the blade, it came out with a bit of spin. I mean, not a bad golf shot, it's going to be in play. But Rory, the beauty is the consistency. He's literally hitting this thing on a dime in the face. And if that's what you can do, you maybe don't need to be looking at a mini driver, because the benefit of having less loft on this driver is going to give you a better smash factor, which is the speed off the blade, which in turn is going to give you more yardage. So if there was a round two in boxing here, we'd be going round two. If you can hit consistently in the blade in a good spot, then why would you want the Mini? Definitely something you got to ask yourself. When we look at the Mini and the speed on that one, I'm going to go ball speed. We always work ball speed on tour. 162. It wasn't absolutely pummeled, but you know what? Just for an early loosener, it's okay and it's a good benchmark. 162 ball speed. I always see here on YouTube, people want to know the yardages, people want to know that. I get it. But the main thing you can work off is always going to be the ball speed. 162. 282 was the total on that shot. Okay, we've got that. Now with the Mini, I've got to tee it down a lot lower because my center of gravity relationship between the two, I mean, just look at the profile on this. Much different when it comes to that. This is a much bigger golf club, so I can tee the ball up higher. If I end up turning this club and hitting down on it slightly, based on the tee height, based on the way the club is designed, I'll get more out of this. So that's another thing that you need to know about your game. If you're someone who hits down on it, if you're someone who, that would be called steep as well, if you're someone who traps it, another phrase used for this, you're going to get a lot out of this. If you're someone who lives in the bottom of the golf club face, like I just did on that last one shot, I'd prefer it if you would hit 4 or 5 shots before you make your decision, but this could be your friend. Okay, so if I strike it out at the bottom, it's a better club, really more efficient. Well, guess what? If you start hitting golf shots off the turf, round 3, Mini driver, ding ding, mark it up, because now it's a bit more versatile. Yeah, we can all, if we're DOD King, bless him, we can hit driver off the floor pretty damn good, to be fair to the DOD King, but not everyone out there is as much of a swordsman at that as he is. So a lot of us are going to be like, okay, I'm struggling a bit with driver. I want to tee it lower. Yes, I hit it low in the blade, but let's go aesthetics. And for anyone out there that is developed along the line in their golf game, you might put this down. That thing's winking at you. There's so much loft on it. So for me, don't get me wrong, the copper top, the T-bug in the face, the traditional T-bug on the top, and the pimped out writing on the bottom, then actual cosmetics, wow, what a great throwback. But from the player's view, which is as important as my full swing ball speed number, if I look down at this and see that much loft, for me, I now feel like I've got to cover and turn that pretty hard in order to get it pretty efficient. But let's have a look, and then we're going to get into talking about golf shaft and how you fit this up and how you get the right golf shaft for it. That's what I always did with this club when I had it, which was an absolute toe banger. I would do that a lot with this golf club. Speed was down 10 mile an hour, so that's massive. Spin was up because it's meant to spin more, which is going to be the next takeaway from this. And I dropped on that shot, which was hit way out the toe, absolute toe banger, 148 smash factor. So that's a massive plus for this golf club. If you can strike it out the toe like that and still get that sort of smash out of it, then the energy return from this little thing is amazing. But the bottom line is, it didn't turn that much left, so that's kudos to the twist face, and the fact that it had 3.7 spin on it shows it's doing a fantastic job. So I actually think, based on having the shorter golf shaft, tick round 4, BRNR Mini driver, because shorter golf shaft is really going to help you keep it in play. That thing really was just left side the fairway. Yes, I think we didn't put it in as round 4, so we'll go ding round 5. Plenty of loft on the blade. Personally, I don't like that. I'm going to play this like driver. I don't think you want to. I think that's why I caught that out the toe. So I think if I move the ball position back a bit now, yeah, this ain't going to work for me. Why? Because golf shaft is intended to be much softer. I've set this club up to be much softer than the driver that you'd expect from a club like this. So living out the toe, but lowering the blade, the strike is there. The shaft is a lot softer because I want to give it that height. Spin rise 3.5, 3.9, so 1,000 more spin. It effectively is a strong, strong, strong 3-wood. So it takes a bit of adjusting to. Now I've found the rhythm of the golf club, much better. That was off a tee. 158 ball speed, 3,800 spin. Understand, the spin you put on it is getting the ball in the air, but I can't generate the speed. As great as it is, it comes down to a personal situation. Do you want a club that is great off the deck, is definitely straighter because it's shorter, but it gives up a bit of yardage? And I think the answer that you have to ask yourself, because you're going to set it up slightly differently to your driver, it's not going to be as stiff, but the answer that you have to ask yourself, which is going to be your round 6, 7 to win this thing on points, is going to be, what do I need it for? Do I play super tight golf courses? Do I struggle to hit the middle? Obviously it took me a bit of adjustment there. Do I need spin? You may well need spin. Or can I live with just having a driver that does solely the driver job because I can hit it straight, and then you put in your QI10 3-wood, your QI10 Tour 3-wood, or whatever it is you need. So I think ultimately this fight, this bout, is going to come down to points. And those last few rounds that I stopped at, you're going to have to answer them yourself. That's going to be on you, the judge. I've definitely built this before, tried it, felt like it was too close to this for the golf courses I play. No doubt if you're Tommy Fleetwood and you hit the middle consistently, you've got this in because you play on some beast-sized golf clubs. PGA Tour courses are not to be messed with, and they are long. That's why that goes in. But if you're out there and you struggle with the face tape to hit it consistently, you like to get closer to it, you can figure out you're going to play it off the floor further back to find the middle, or you can work out what you need to do like I did at the end there to hit a tee ball straight with it. This could be your best friend. I know Q loves it, solid golfer, and he does nothing but hit the center with this thing and loves it, and plays some pretty tight golf courses, so it makes total sense. But for me, I just feel that I'm strong enough with this when I'm on. It's a classic look, and I have a 3-wood that I really like. So I didn't need to go there. But we judged it ourselves based on round 6, 7, 8, and 9, which is how the judge reads the card and sees the fight. Be your own best judge as always when it comes to your golf game. Ask yourselves those questions and try and achieve that Rory McIlroy strike. At the end of the day, if you can take that out of this video, then you will not be missing many fairways. If this consistently hits this bad boy in a nice spot, you're going to be good no matter if you choose club mini driver or club team TaylorMade QI10. Make your decisions wisely. Let me know what they are in the comments. Any questions, of course, bang them in there, and we'll be back with another video soon.